Hello, this is Andrew Dugill with Hoffman Realty Tampa Property Management, and this is another in our helpful blog series for landlords. This one is called Rental Property Maintenance in Tampa, Florida, and this one's part 4 of a 4-part blog. In part 1 we discuss the importance of annual inspections. In part 2 we discuss maintenance during tenancy. In part 3 we discuss maintenance don'ts, and in this blog we're going to talk about how your tenants should report maintenance to you. And when your tenants report maintenance, you absolutely want them to report it to you in writing as opposed to verbally. Now there is an exception to that, and it's an extreme example. If it's an emergency, yes, you want it verbally, and you want it to go into your 24-hour emergency response line. You don't want an email that you may not get to the next business day if the property is filling up with water from a water leak. But other than that, routine maintenance, get it in writing. And there are 3 really good reasons for this. The first one is that it's so much easier to track and ensure you're being responsive to a maintenance request if you get it in writing. And you want to be responsive to maintenance requests with good tenants because you want to keep them. The second reason is for getting them in writing. A maintenance request in writing tends to remove some of the emotions out of what's going on. When things break, tenants can get upset, and certainly I've been in the position, and some of my property managers have been in the position, where tenants have verbally abused us because something happened at the property and they were unhappy about it. I have never, certainly tenants are able to convey their emotions and disappointment that something's broken in writing, but they've certainly never been able to abuse me or any of our employees, so that's a plus. And the third thing about having written maintenance requests is it documents and timestamps the maintenance requests from the tenant, and that can be important if you ever end up in a situation where there's a controversy over maintenance, or more importantly, lack of maintenance. And in this situation I can think of a landlord in Tampa who a couple of years ago was sued by a tenant who slipped on a puddle of water on the kitchen floor, and apparently that had leaked from the refrigerator. And in the suit, the tenant reported that they had been reporting that to the landlord for months on end, and the landlord had been negligent and not done anything. The landlord claimed he had no knowledge of it. Had the landlord required that to be reported in writing, he would have had documentation of it, but he didn't. So this is Andrew Dugill with Hoffman Realty Tampa Property Management. If you have questions about the blog today, I'd certainly be glad to hear from you.